Greetings, it's New Zealand naturopath Eric Bakker, author of Candida Crusher. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to talk about weight loss today and the Candida Crusher diet. So I've had a few emails from patients and also spoken to patients during consultation time that they're concerned that they've lost weight when they're on the Candida Crusher diet approach. You know, that's a worry for some people, losing too much weight. Now, for a lot of people watching this, they'll be thinking, wow, that's what I want, weight loss. Now, when you think about it, the ideal body fat composition for males can be, anywhere 10 to 15%, and women 15 to 18%, I'd say on average. And lots of us have just carry too much body fat. So if you don't really do much exercise, especially when you get to your 50s like me, you can easily replace muscle tissue for body fat. And as you increase body fat, you get more tired, you're going to crave more sweet foods, and so the weight merry-go-round continues. You just get fatter and fatter, like a lot of us are too fat, way too fat. So if we look at obesity now in the US and Australia, New Zealand, and many other countries, half the population are almost obese. So if we look at the foods that make us fat, these are often the foods that give and maintain candida in people for years on end. These are the sweet foods, the carbohydrates. These are the foods that people love to eat. Okay, cookies, cakes, biscuits, breads, candies, ice cream, all these sorts of foods that people really like to eat. These are the ones that will help and encourage a candida yeast infection to thrive in the body. So by cutting these foods out, we're not only going to help reduce our incidence of candida in our body and all sorts of intestinal bowel overgrowths of bad bacteria, we're also going to lose weight. Isn't it wonderful to be able to lose weight, maintain good bowel function, and get rid of candida all at the same time? So this is what the paleo diet's all about. The paleo diet's all about high protein and low carb. This is what the GAPS diet's all about. This is what all of these diets are all about. And I've been talking like this for 25 years. This is the right kind of way to eat without even devising a particular kind of diet. I'm not a diet kind of person. I really believe that the best approach for people are looking at the kind of foods that they like to eat and picking out the healthiest foods of the ones they desire. Right? So it's important for you to bear that in mind, that some foods you like, I don't like, or another person doesn't like. So devising a very rigid diet for a person, for a lot of people in general, doesn't work, because most people will gravitate back to the foods that they like to eat the most. But I can tell you now, the sweet foods are the ones that are going to help you maintain candida, particularly if you have a high stress lifestyle, taking pharmaceutical drugs and eating at weird hours and eating incorrectly, not chewing food properly, these sorts of things. I've written about this at length in my book, Candida Crusher. You can read all about this, So think about it. Weight loss, no candida, reducing your risk of the top three, cancers, diabetes, and heart disease, can all be achieved with this Candida Crusher approach. Meat, eggs, vegetables, and yogurt, or the MEVI diet, which has been around now for about 30, 40 years. It's a great way to eat, but I don't really like to call it a diet. To me, it's common sense. Eating healthy is common sense. All right? It's simple. It's common sense. Check out yeastinfection.org. And also, please don't forget to have a look at canzida.com with the X in it for the best Candida dietary supplements. Do my yeast infection survey to see if you're mild, moderate, or severe, and you'll see that at candidacrusher.com. Thanks for tuning in.